The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Bella stepped onto the central platform, her worn military boots clicking against the crystalline floor. Around her, representatives from 200 star systems watched with barely concealed condescension. The human delegation was the newest addition to the council, and most species considered them little more than primitive warmongers who had stumbled into faster-than-light travel. "Counselor Bella of Earth," announced Zixthor, the insectoid chairman, his translator collar humming. "You have requested an emergency session. The council grants you 5 standard minutes." Bella nodded, her jaw tight. Behind her, holographic displays flickered to life, showing footage that would change galactic history forever. 3 cycles ago, the Kresh Dominion attacked our colony on Kepler 442b, she began, her voice steady despite the weight of what she carried. They believed humans would surrender quickly. After all, we lack teleportation technology. We have no energy shields. Our medical nanites are laughably primitive compared to galactic standard. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. The Kresh ambassador, a towering reptilian with crimson scales, hissed with amusement. Everyone knew the story. The Kresh had demanded the resource-rich world, and the council had expected humanity to negotiate, to give ground like any sensible species would. "What we do have," Bella continued, her eyes hardening, "are railguns." The hologram shifted, showing the Kepler 442b defense grid. Massive magnetic accelerators, crude by galactic standards, lined the orbital stations. What happened next made several council members rise from their seats in shock. The Kresh fleet had materialized via teleportation, appearing within striking distance of the colony as they always did. Their energy shields shimmered, ready to absorb the expected laser fire. But the humans didn't use lasers. The railguns fired, solid tungsten projectiles, accelerated to a significant fraction of light speed, crossed the distance in seconds. The Kresh shields, designed to deflect energy weapons, might as well have been tissue paper. Kinetic energy didn't care about frequency modulation or deflection harmonics. Physics was physics, and momentum was undefeated. 3 Kresh battle cruisers were crippled in the first volley. Their hulls, never designed to withstand physical impacts of such magnitude, buckled and tore. Atmosphere vented into space. Emergency teleportation saved most of the crews, but the ships were total losses. "Impossible," the Kresh ambassador snarled. "Your primitive weapons cannot what?" Bella interrupted, her voice sharp. "Cannot use the oldest principle of warfare in the universe? You've spent so long perfecting energy weapons and teleportation that you forgot the basics." She advanced through the hologram, and the playback continued. The second wave of Kresh ships had adapted, appearing at greater distances. But humanity's response shocked the galaxy even more. Human ships, slower and bulkier than their galactic counterparts, had deployed something the Council hadn't seen in millennia. Kinetic mines. Thousands of them. Simple, explosive-propelled tungsten balls spread across potential teleportation coordinates. The Kresh fleet's second wave materialized directly into a wall of supersonic shrapnel. Kanat, Bella's tactical officer, appeared in the recording. His voice came through clearly as he coordinated the defense from the orbital command center. "Target the teleportation signatures as they form. Our sensors might be slow, but we've got a 3-second window before materialization completes. Saturate those coordinates." The human strategy was brutally simple. They couldn't teleport themselves, so they'd made teleportation a liability for anyone who attacked them. Every known arrival point was either mined or covered by railgun batteries with pre-calculated firing solutions. The Kresh couldn't adapt fast enough. The battle had lasted 4 hours. When it ended, the Kresh Dominion had lost 60% of their assault fleet. Human casualties were minimal. The council chamber erupted in chaos. Species that had dismissed humanity were suddenly recalculating threat assessments. The Kresh ambassador was shouting about war crimes, about the barbarism of kinetic weapons, about the sanctity of advanced warfare. Bella let them argue for a moment before speaking again, her voice cutting through the noise. The Kresh Dominion violated council law by attacking a registered colony world. We defended ourselves with the tools we had. If that embarrasses you, perhaps you should consider why your advanced civilization forgot that technology isn't about sophistication. It's about effectiveness. Zixthor raised a manipulator for silence. The council must deliberate on these events. However, Counselor Bella raises a valid point. The Kresh attack was illegal and Earth's defense was successful. Successful? The Kresh ambassador's translator struggled with his outraged hissing. They use weapons from their industrial age. This is humiliating. This is warfare, Bella corrected coldly. You wanted to take our world because you thought we were too primitive to stop you. You learned otherwise. Perhaps next time don't assume that different means inferior. She pulled up another hologram, this one showing human research stations. We're working on teleportation. We're working on energy shields. We're working on all the technologies you take for granted. But we won't abandon what works just because it's primitive. When we perfect shield technology, we'll still have railguns. When we master teleportation, we'll still understand kinetic warfare. Kanat's voice came through her communicator, audible to the entire chamber. Counselor, the Kresh fleet is withdrawing from our border. All human colonies report secure status. Bella allowed herself a small smile. The thing about humans, council members, is that we don't follow a linear technology path. We'll use rocks if rocks work. We'll use railguns if railguns work. And someday when we're teleporting across the galaxy with perfect shield harmonics, we'll still remember that sometimes the simplest solution is the best one. She turned to leave, then paused. Oh, and Chairman? We're sharing our railgun specifications with any council member who requests them. Free of charge. Consider it humanity's first contribution to galactic security. After all, the Kresh won't be the last species that needs reminding about the fundamentals. As Bella walked out of the chamber, the galaxy began to realize that humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology or their tactics. It was their refusal to forget where they came from, even as they reached for the stars. Behind her, the council erupted into arguments about military doctrine, technology assessment, and the uncomfortable realization that maybe, just maybe, the newcomers had something to teach the rest of the galaxy after all. The age of human warfare had begun, and the galaxy would never be quite the same.